Well, promised back in my description that I would actually do educational stuff. So here you go, boys and girls, step by step how to do the flasher on a 97 to 2003 Ford F-Series. This one in particular, I'm not talking about Super Duties now, I'm talking about straight F-Series. This one in particular is 2000 F-150 XL two-wheel drive, plain Jane, bottom of the barrel, as generic a truck as you can get. Now the flasher is, I'm going to get you down in here. We're going to get all up close and personal here. Okay. See the larger black box there in the back? That's the flasher. This one out front is your actual relay. You can't mix them up because they're pinned the same, but the sizes are completely different. You can't put them in backwards. But I can tell you right now, they are tight as a bull's butt pulling them out of there if they've never been apart. Get my finger out of the way there. If it's never been apart, it is very tight. You're going to want some sort of a flat tip screwdriver. Pull the relay out first, the turn signal relay, then go for the flasher, because they put this thing in about a god-awful place to get to. So here we go. As you can see, the whole bottom of the dash, what we would normally call not a kick panel, but a knee board or something like that, the bottom of the dash, has to be dissected. And that has to be done in a particular order. Okay, what you're going to want to need for this job is small sockets. I'm using 1/4-inch drive sockets with a 3/8 reducer because I had a 3/8 ratchet. It was the first thing my hand landed on. Guess what? I ain't here for a season. I'm here for a reason. Needless to say, you can see my thin prying tool I was using. I don't recommend that at home. This is sketchiness at its finest. But okay, here we go. Those are the tools you're going to want. The sockets you're going to need are 5/16 or 8 millimeter. And you'll need a 9/32 or 7 millimeter 6-point sockets. That's to get all these little whiz-bang screws out of the dash that hold everything in place. And you can use 1/4-inch ratchet. Like I said, I'm in some of the spots I'm using a 2-inch extension. Other spots don't need it. So bring it with you if you have it. It's better to have it, not need it, than need it and not have it. These are the wonderful little screws that I've been referring to. Yeah, they hold this lower part of the dash on, which actually wraps up all the way around to here. You can see one of the bolt holes there. Let me get a shot of it. That's one of the bolt holes. But to get to all that fun stuff, you got to do your pop-offs first. By pop-offs, this is your fuse cover down here at the bottom. That goes down here, and that just snaps into that plastic piece there in that big opening. You want to pop that off first, get it over out of your way. I used it as a little tray to hold all the bolts I was dropping. This is your top cover of your steering column, right here. That is the first thing you pop off. That sits back in here, and it just snaps in place. You can see on the back there's no screws, just snap tabs. Snap that out. I usually pull it from the top and then give it a little wiggle and it comes on out. But you pop it loose from up here. You can see there's one of the receptacles where the snap connector goes in. Pop that first. Then pop your fuse cover. Then you're going to come down here and you're going to take out all kind of bolts. There's the 5/16 socket or 8 millimeter that I mentioned earlier is for these two bolts right here. Excuse the shaking. I haven't had my nerve medicine yet for the day, but I apologize. I'm trying to get better at it. But those two are 5/16. Everything else, all these others that you see in here, there, the one I just dropped on the floor, there, all of the others are 7 millimeter or 9/32 if you prefer. Now, once you get all that down, you'll have to, as you're taking it down, obviously you'll have to unhook your hook cable and your brake cable. They mount right down here, right there. Well, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. There it is. That's where your park and brake cable mounts. That's where your hood cable mounts. Now, you're looking back up in this wiring nightmare here, and there's your little relay, your turn signal relay and flasher box. It is something to get to. If you've got giant hands, you might want to get one of your buddies to come over and help you, because I don't have real big meat hooks, and it's about all I can do to get my hands in there. But anyway, that's what that is. And what you will see when you look in there, I'm going to lay this down for a sec. Try to put this cover back on, because this cover will absolutely, positively cause you an immeasurable amount of annoyance. And I'll show you why here in just a sec. Well, I'll show you right now, actually. Sorry about that wonderful still frame picture there. Okay, see them tabs on the end? And you see that wonderful hole right there where everything fits into? Well, those tabs, the front one's easy as pie to get to. The one in the back, way back there, you can see the back side of that little fuse block. That's where that other one snaps onto. So getting it out is a royal pain in the fourth point of contact. Those of you that went to airborne school know exactly what I'm referring to. Otherwise, it would be a PITA. There you go, folks. But at any rate, that cover snaps on. Now, most people will put that back on. I would recommend it. Me personally, nope. Nope, not going to happen. Ain't happening, ain't happening, ain't happening. This is my daily. I don't figure on ever getting rid of it until it falls apart. So if I ain't got some extra parts left over, I didn't do the job right. So once you get that snapped in, the nice thing about this setup, I will say, over some cars and trucks that I've seen, is once you put the new relay or flasher in, I would honestly, they say the flasher is what goes bad. Do yourself a favor. You got to dig this far into it. When you're at the parts store, grab a relay for it too. Seriously. Because the last thing you want to do is put this together and have nothing happen and find out it was the other piece you needed. So just get them both. You got to be in there monkeying around with it. You got to pull the relay out to get to the flasher anyhow. Just replace them both. That way you know that it's right. But like I was saying, once you do all that, before you put a single bolt back into anything, before you go putting bolts in anything, you go key on, engine off, and you check that puppy and make sure it's working. Yes, indeed. Everything is copacetic. I'm not going to make you sit through me putting it all back together, but you just reverse the process of what you did to take it apart. I mean, I know this is not a Chilton's quality video. This is a me quality video. So there you go. Something worthwhile for you to watch instead of me walking around talking to goats like I normally do. Shut up, Paprika. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, because quite honestly, you never know what the hell I'm going to put up here. So we appreciate everything you do for the channel. Tell your friends, tell your enemies. Hey, try to put stuff out there that's wholesome and actually quasi-educational to watch. Some of it's just plain fun. And we try to keep it at least PG-13, nothing crude, rude, or socially unacceptable. So come on, join the party. There's 138 of you. There's room for plenty more. So come on. Hey, again, thank you very much, folks, from the bottom of my heart here and everyone here at Insanity Acres. Y'all have a good day. We're going to get this buttoned up, and I got to run into the Walmart. Oh, boy.